Welcome back. As you know, I am Eli the Computer Guy. This is Roxy the Chihuahua, and we are here for your daily dose of the RARs. Hold on one second as I turn on my timer. Again, I got a lot of work to do for Silicon Dojo. Silicon Dojo is actually doing better and better, so I don't have as much time to scream at the camera as I once did. So that's why I started using this little timer here. Try to make these videos faster. Anyways, with that, let's get into the story of the moment. It looks like the DRAM issue is going to be bad all the way at least into 2028. So I've been talking about this for a while, that AI, right? We hear about AI eating GPUs, and you go, okay, fair enough. But the problem is if you have a server, not only do you need the GPUs, but you need power supplies, you need storage, you need RAM, you need a whole bunch of other things. And so not only is artificial intelligence, right, the AI fraud that Sam Altman is perpetrating, not only is that eating all of the GPUs, but it's eating all of this other hardware too. And the big piece of hardware that's really eating is RAM, right? So SK Hynix warns DRAM supply growth will lag demand through 2028. So when I do this video, it's still 2025. So it's 2026, 2027, 2028. So they are talking 2.5, more likely 3 years. There is not going to be enough RAM supply for the amount of demand there is, because AI is literally eating all of the RAM. DRAM supply tightness is now expected to continue through 2028, according to one of the world's largest memory makers. The mainstream PC market is bracing for a prolonged memory supply-demand imbalance, which is reportedly going to exist through 2028. SK Hynix's internal analysis shows that the, quote, commodity DRAM will see limited growth and won't catch up in demand. The user at Bowles Labs shared screenshots of what is reported to be an internal analysis by SK Hynix. It projects that, except for the high bandwidth memory, HBM, and SOCAMM modules, the growth for the commodity DRAM will remain constrained through at least 2028. So if you're saying at least 2028, that means at least 3 years, maybe even longer than that. This is because the major memory makers have already shifted their focus to fulfill the demands of AI servers, and the likelihood of seeing any noticeable growth in the production capacity for the consumer market remains low. The existing supplier inventories are reported to have been drawn down to historically low levels, which is further intensifying allocation pressures. Reports show that memory makers such as SK Hynix have adopted conservative capacity expansion strategies, which focus more on maintaining profitability rather than flooding the market with new DRAM supply. So this is the interesting thing with this too. Like normally if there's a lot of more demand, basically manufacturers create more factories so that they can provision for that demand. Oh, look, more people want to buy the product. We're going to start building more product so that we can sell more product. One of the things I've talked about with this whole the whole AI fraud is they all know this is a fraud. They all know this is a fraud. They know this demand is not going to last, right? So if you think demand is going to increase, right? Back in the days when broadband rolled out, you have hardware companies out there, they go, okay, wow, more and more people are going to want computers so that they can use these broadband connections. We are going to build more capacity so that we can provide hardware for all those people that want computers, right? Right? Because you know the demand is going to increase. What they know with this AI thing is they know it's all going to fall apart. They know it's all going to go away. Why do you want to spend tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars in order to create new factories if the demand that underpins the value of those factories can and will disappear in the blink of an eye? And so basically what they're saying here is, what they're looking at is, they're saying there is not a value proposition to actually build more factories, so we are just going to squeeze more profit out of what we are already shipping. And since everybody sees it, because that's the issue, like what should happen in a normal capitalist system is that SK Hynix says, well, we're not going to build any more factories because we're just going to try to squeeze profits. But then, Samsung or the other fabs look at it and they say, well, we're going to try to make more money we're going to build more factories. But if SK Hynix isn't building more factories and other companies really aren't building more factories, the reason is they know this is all a fraud. They know all of this is going to blow up. So all of these RAM companies now are basically extracting as much money as possible from this whole AI delusion. An issue we run into with the AI delusion is that these folks basically have unlimited pocketbooks. How do you compete as an average citizen in order to buy things like laptop computers or whatever else when you're literally competing against bottomless wallets, right? Sam Altman wants to spend $1.4 trillion in CapEx expenses. How do you compete with that? You don't. You don't. Let's see here. The server DRAM demand has been growing almost exponentially, and it's expected that the growth will be sharper next year. It's estimated that the server share will increase from 38% in 2025 to a whopping 53% by 2030. So basically, where the RAM gets allocated, currently 38% of the RAM from SK Hynix goes to servers, the rest goes to consumer electronics. Now, by 2030, over half is going to be going to servers. Some reports also suggest that manufacturers have already sold out key DRAM production slots for 2026. So much RAM is being sold at this point in time that it's already been sold out for some of these companies. 2026 is just sold out. While the traditional PC DRAM production is expected to fall short of demand for the next few years. All in all, this analysis shows a really worrying trend for the consumer market. We previously expected it to last until 2027, but it doesn't seem to be stopping before 2028 ends. And it might go farther. It might go farther. This is why I hate this AI boom. I have never seen one of these technology booms that are so fundamentally destructive to absolutely everybody else, right? This is just an abject crap show, right? And it's all being boosted based off of lies. Think about it. Like I deal with AI every day. Like look, damn it. I've got a Jetson Nano on my bed. Like this was literally, I just unplugged it. This is literally on my desk. This is one of the classes we're going to be having in the next couple of months. Jetson Nano, right? Again, I'm running Granite. I'm running Granite model, IBM's Granite model, 2012 MacBook Pro, right? Like I use AI, and I don't just use AI for creating featured images. I actually use AI for building little embedded systems, and use AI for showing people how to build cool projects with Python or whatever else. And the interesting, I don't know, the thing about artificial intelligence is it's just not that functionally valuable. It has a value. Don't get me wrong, it has a value. I mean, in the long term, it will be a paradigm shifting thing. But it's not worth $1.4 trillion from one company alone, right? OpenAI thinks they're worth $500 billion, right? Anthropic thinks they're worth $230 billion. XAI is over $200 billion. All these companies, right? Trillions of dollars that they're throwing around, basically for products most of us don't want to use. Most of the AI that I interact with on a daily basis, I'm trying to turn the fuck off. Right? It's kind of funny to see the Clippy revolution, right? Because Louis Rossmann and his Clippy revolution, because I feel like the Clippy revolution is a great metaphor for basically 2025 of how the fuck do I turn this thing off? I remember Clippy. I remember Office 97, right? I'm a Gen Xer. I remember trying to figure out how the fuck to turn off Clippy. It's like, Clippy does not do what the hell it's supposed to do. It is a complete and utter pain in the ass. It drains resources. Again, back when your Windows 98 machines, you needed that RAM. You got 16 megs of RAM on your system. You need every meg of it, right? Basically, this is a worthless piece of crap that doesn't do what it's supposed to do and is burning fucking resources. How do I turn it off? All I wanted to know about Clippy in 1997, how the fuck do I shut it off permanently? And that's what I feel like with artificial intelligence at this point in time. Whether I'm dealing with Google, whether I'm dealing with LinkedIn, whether I'm dealing with so many of the other services that I use, like they are shoving AI into this, telling us, you need this, and all I'm trying to do is figure out how to turn it the fuck off. And anyways, so I think that's where we're at. That's where we're at with this whole AI thing. We'll find out. We'll find out where this goes. I think a big thing to be thinking about, again, as a tech decision maker, is essentially the whole idea of how long can you make your hardware last. When you start looking at these real problems of getting RAM and other things, we're going to be talking about an issue with Dell in the next video. It really becomes the issue of, you're not necessarily looking at 3-year refresh cycles or 4-year refresh cycles or 5-year refresh cycles. Like we might be getting to the point in time where for tech companies, basically almost ending the concept of the refresh cycle. Just assuming, hopefully, the computer works for 6 or 7 years, whatever the actual lifetime of the device is, and not replacing it till it actually needs to be repaired when you start looking at all of these issues. It'll be curious, again, for server rooms and all that kind of thing, and thinking about how you're going to build out your architecture. What happens if you can't get a hold of RAM? This becomes a real issue. I mean, what if you want to run a local Active Directory server or whatever else, database server, and you just simply cannot get a hold of RAM because AI is eating everything? I don't know. It's going to be a hell of a thing. Put your thoughts on this down below. DRAM supply will be constrained at least through 2028. Anyways, remember I do these videos in order to support Silicon Dojo, authority-less, gatekeeper-less, free to end-user, hands-on technology education that empowers you to do whatever the hell it is you want to do in Durham, North Carolina. Class coming up on Wednesday, and we are bringing this back to Asheville, North Carolina, hopefully in January. So we have a class coming up on Moondream for AI computer vision. We have another class coming up on pushing AI to the edge using Raspberry Pis. We have another class coming up also in January on basically introduction to programming when you're dealing with things like artificial intelligence. If you're interested in those classes, take a look at our schedule at silicondojo.com. If you want to support free to end user education, there's a donor box link down below. And boom, look at that. I don't know, 11 and a half minutes. That's not too bad. See y'all later.